Truth often slips out from children and after a glass of wine. It's intriguing to consider that truth can often emerge from those who are least restrained, children, and those who've had a drink. This might suggest that our true thoughts and feelings are more likely to surface when we're less concerned about social expectations or consequences. Regret usually comes from the things we didn't try, not from the things we did. It's worth noting that we often regret not taking chances or missing opportunities more than the mistakes we make. This suggests that our biggest regrets tend to be about the things we didn't do rather than the actions we took. A bit of wisdom is more valuable than a lot of money. It's true that having even a small amount of wisdom can be more valuable than having a lot of money. Wisdom guides us in making better decisions and living a more meaningful life, while wealth alone doesn't always bring fulfillment. Watch your opponents closely. They're often the first to notice your mistakes. It's wise to keep an eye on your rivals because they are often quick to catch your errors. This can be a good way to spot and correct your mistakes before they become bigger issues. Wise people share their thoughts with intention, while foolish people just talk to fill the silence. It's interesting to see how wise people speak thoughtfully and with purpose, while others might just talk to avoid silence. This shows that meaningful conversation comes from careful consideration, not just filling the air with words. A shy person might take a while to make friends, but once they do, those friendships are deeper and last longer. It's often the case that shy people build friendships more slowly, but when they do, those connections tend to be stronger and more enduring. Their friendships are usually built on a solid foundation of trust and understanding. When people are uncomfortable, men often touch their faces, while women tend to touch their necks, clothes, jewelry, arms, and hair. It's interesting how people have different habits when they're uncomfortable. Men often touch their faces, which might be a subconscious way to comfort themselves, while women tend to touch various parts of their bodies or accessories, possibly as a way to self-soothe or distract themselves. A community grows stronger when older people plant trees, even though they know they won't get to enjoy the shade themselves. It's touching to think that a community is strengthened when older people plant trees for future generations, even if they won't benefit from the shade themselves. This act of selflessness shows a commitment to the well-being of others and the long-term health of the community. We often copy each other's body language without even realizing it when we feel a connection with someone. It's fascinating how we naturally mirror each other's body language when we connect with someone. This unconscious imitation can strengthen bonds and make interactions feel more comfortable and genuine. For long-term relationships, a nice face is more important than a nice body. It seems that in long-term relationships, people tend to value a pleasant face over a perfect body. This might be because a friendly, expressive face can reflect qualities like kindness and warmth, which matter more over time. Psychology says if two exes can stay just friends, it's because they're either still in love or never were. It's interesting to think that if two exes can stay friends, it might mean they still have feelings for each other, or that there were never strong feelings in the first place. This idea suggests that emotions can be complicated and not always easy to understand. Sometimes you hold on to what makes you sad because it was the only thing that once made you happy. It's interesting how people often cling to things that bring them pain, simply because those same things once brought them joy. It shows how strong our memories and emotions can be, even when they're hurting us. Psychology says that when you meet someone for the first time, you have just 8 seconds to make a strong first impression. It's surprising to think you only have 8 seconds to make a strong first impression. This shows how quickly people form opinions, making it important to be confident, friendly, and genuine right from the start. A smart person avoids 3 things in life. When young, they avoid lust. When older, they avoid arguments. And in old age, they avoid greed. It's interesting to see how wisdom changes with age. A smart person knows that avoiding certain things at different stages of life, like lust when young, arguments when older, and greed in old age, can lead to a happier and more peaceful life. A woman who walks alone is likely to discover new and unique places. It's fascinating how walking alone can lead to discovering new and unique places. This suggests that stepping out on your own can open up opportunities and experiences that might be missed when following others. 2 clear signs that someone is thinking about you with their heart and soul are: they remember little details about you and they show genuine care and concern. It's touching to think that when someone truly cares about you, they remember the little details and show real concern. These signs reveal a deep, heartfelt connection and make you feel valued and understood. When someone keeps popping up in your thoughts over and over, and you miss them so much that it's hard to sleep. It's striking how constantly thinking about someone and missing them so much that it affects your sleep can be a strong sign of deep emotional attachment. It highlights how significant that person is in your life and how much they mean to you.